Macca's Guides.
Hey guys, Macca here, and last week I spent a day in LA for the Lawbreakers launch party. The team working on the game invited me down and provided me with flight and accommodations for my trip in order to come and check out the game. There was also a ton of really cool other people there, like other YouTubers, Twitch streamers, content creators, media, and journalists from a variety of websites. Now, at the event, I played a ton of Lawbreakers on PS4 and on PC. I even got a chance to interview CliffyB, which you'll see in this video, but I thought I would mention quickly my past with Lawbreakers. I got to play it at E3 2017. I ranked it as number 8 in my top 10 games of that convention. I also made a video praising how well the controls were handled on PlayStation 4. I spoke very highly of the game on TXR Podcast, and I also streamed the game on Twitch, and that's just to give you a rough idea of where I stood with the game before this event. Now, we started off the day with a short presentation about the game, and then we're seated at one of the gaming stations where it was local 5v5 multiplayer, either on the PC or PS4, and I kind of cycled in between both of those. During the gameplay, I got to experience the new character Harrier, the new game mode Occupy, and also experience some of the new maps, and I'll throw up some gameplay on the screen for you to watch right now. During the event, they spoke about how all of the game types in the game are game types that are going to feel familiar, but that have a certain little change made to them in order to make the gameplay more exciting. And there were a ton of games that went down to the absolute wire, whether it was fully charged batteries getting stolen at the last possible second, or a sneaked blitzball score. The game types seemed to be very fine-tuned to like last minute, last second pushes of excitement to end a game. I spent a lot of my time at the event playing as Harrier because that was the only character that is brand new to the final game and not available in any of the betas. And I might even go as far as to say that this is my favorite character in the game. They have an awesome movement ability, a pretty powerful gun, and also are a little bit team-oriented with the ability to put down some health. After the first play session, we had a small lunch, then another presentation, and then we were supposed to have another play session, and I took a small break in order to interview CliffyB. I even asked him if he had any comments to the Xbox owners out there about Lawbreakers. Now, keep in mind, I am no professional interviewer, but I hope you guys enjoy these next few minutes. Hey guys, Macca here at the Lawbreakers launch party in Los Angeles. I'm here with Cliff Blazinski, CliffyB. You've been working on your baby Lawbreakers for a really long time now. We're gonna ask you a couple questions. Now, the hashtag for the event is skilled as fuck.
Yep.
But
I like that you actually said it.
Yeah. There are a couple of newbies who are gonna be testing the waters.
Yep.
What are 2 tips you have for newcomers to the game that don't know, like, you know?
Yeah, first off, you have to aim in this game.
Okay.
We don't have any of that like fluffy like auto aim stuff that you see in some other shooters like that. The second thing is to remember we're not just doing the exact same crap every other game has. It was one of my mantras to my design team. So we just didn't say let's do a guy with a bow. We didn't say let's have a turret guy. So we actually have our own twists on like what a medic would be or on what a flying character would do in this game, as well as creating those zero-G pockets. So learn to aim, hit F1 in the game in order to see what the characters do, and practice, practice, practice.
Practice and aim. Those are pretty basic for most shooters.
Well, what I always tell people, it's hard to ignore the 800-pound gorilla that's Overwatch. It's a tremendous success for Blizzard. And I play the game. I main Farah, my wife mains Mercy. But we wanted to make something that's our own kind of twist on that really is kind of made for me.
Sweet. Now, you guys literally hours ago announced the Twitch Prime and Lawbreakers kind of partnership.
Yep.
Now, I'm sure there's a lot of people excited out there who have that Twitch Prime subscription.
Yep.
What does that partnership mean for them?
You get character skins that are part of the Bleed Purple set, is what I like to say, and it's for the assassin role, as well as the gunslinger, as well as the battle medic, as well as the weapons also have Twitch logo and color on them as well. There's also weapon skins that are essentially Twitch themed and stickers that can go on your weapons.
Cool.
I think I said weapon skins twice there.
Weapon skins, weapon skins. Now, you were talking about the Harrier idea for like the laser shoes, I guess.
Yeah.
Now, I maybe gave out too much information already, but how did that creative process come about in general, or more specifically for the fucking laser shoes guy?
Well, it's this designer that he worked at the studio. He unfortunately had to move on, so there's some issues going on and whatnot. But when he was at the studio, he was a very charismatic guy named Andrew Witz. And he comes into my office, he's like, Cliff, we need freaking laser shoes. And I'm like, Sure, because what I like to say is sometimes the best ideas start as a joke. And next thing I know, we have these characters of Sunshine and Baron just hauling ass around the map and sticking their feet up and firing lasers like in people's face. And like when you do that and like you hit them with both boots, it's immensely gratifying. Plus the shock croc weapon, you can use the alt fire and kind of tag people with white phosphorus to increase damage, as well as your ultimate, which is like a Care Bear stare and melts the entire other team.
And I've been using quite a bit of Harrier, and she's easily one of my favorites.
Also a support there too. If you hit E, it throws out a little canister that not only gives health but also refuels fuel, so you can keep traversing across the map using your laser shoes.
All right, so we had a bunch of Harriers on our team, and all of us were kind of throwing down health packs and stuff. And I guess the big question is, for a multiplayer-only shooter, is balancing.
Yep.
How are you guys going to be addressing that? Is that a community thing? Is that an in-house thing? Obviously, it's a little bit of both, but kind of, when you get the first sight of someone being slightly OP or someone not being as useful as they could be, obviously there's different game types for different people that are, they're going to be useful in different places. Like, how are you guys going to be keeping the game balanced in the long run?
Well, a couple of betas ago, we found out that when we introduced the Wraith character, was very much overpowered. So we've kind of dialed that back and massaged it. We made a game that we think is fairly well balanced, but we don't know until it gets in the wild. There are players out there that are god tier and like Counter-Strike Go and games like that are hopefully going to play this game. So from that end, we have to get it in the wild, see the numbers behind the scenes, read the feedback on our Discord or on the forums, and then make an informed decision based on the data.
Yeah, and I've noticed that when my team was getting rolled, we can just change our roles on the fly, and although we didn't make a comeback, you do get, to change the pace of the game or different parts of the game based on switching the roles like mid-game, which is pretty cool.
The thing we have going for us is we didn't completely depend on the meta like other games do. It's like there's other class-based games where I come around the corner, I'm like, oh, I picked the wrong role. There's no way I can defeat that character. Every role in this game potentially has a chance to take out any other one, no matter how big, no matter how small, which is actually kind of really useful for balancing, especially when people stack.
Perfect. So that's about it. We're wrapping it up, but one last message to the Xbox viewers.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to say to them?
Maybe. It's one of those things, we only have 65 employees, and I like to say I'm in the game-making business, not in the marriage-ruining business. So we're PC and PlayStation 4, and then if people love the game, if we build it, they come, and then we can afford to do an Xbox version potentially later with even more sweet features.
So you need the Xbox guys tweeting you, letting you know that they're going to support it.
Oh, they remind me on the regular basis.
Then they're doing their job.
Yes, they are.
All right, thank you so much for your time, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the event. I know I will be.
Cool.
Thanks. Peace.
After the interview, I played a couple more matches, but now they had this system going where every time there was an MVP, they'd get a raffle ticket, and at the end of the night, they were going to raffle off 10 MVPs for a 5v5 MVP versus MVP showdown. Now, although I did make it to the showdown, our team got absolutely slaughtered, so congratulations to the other team. To end off the night, there was a rooftop party with food and drinks and even a graffiti contest. Just kind of hung out, had some fun, and then went back to the hotel, and then came back to Toronto. I should also mention they sent me home with some pretty cool swag like this t-shirt, hat, and sweater. Now, for anyone that's wondering about the Steam achievements or the PlayStation trophies, those have already been put up online and the game comes out pretty soon. So I'm going to let you take a look at those yourself. My thoughts on the game have more or less remained the same after this event. I still think the game is a ton of fun for pick up and play shooting, bringing it back to that old school feel of fast-paced FPS. The characters all feel unique but useful, the maps are well designed, and most importantly, I think all of the game modes are going to be structured to really exciting matches. I know I'll be playing a ton of Lawbreakers over the next couple of weeks, so make sure you check me out on twitch.tv/Maka91 Productions, where I will be streaming it and possibly making guides here on YouTube. I'm having a ton of fun with Lawbreakers, and if you want to also participate in some of that fun, the game comes out on August 8th. It's also multiplayer only and comes in at half the price of a normal game for $30. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Special thanks to DarthDave89 for supporting the show on Patreon, and hopefully I see you guys in the next video. Peace.